that defect, the area where the cells were injured, with scar tissue. Again, as far as how the skin actually heals, don't worry about it. I'm not going to ask you about it on the test. But one thing that we do want to talk about, burns. Because a lot of us are going to see in one way or another where we're treating burns, maybe physical therapy, working with the aftermath of them. And so we want to realize what burns are. You've probably been exposed to first, second, third degree. Now that we know anatomy and physiology, let's talk a little bit more about it. So first degree burns, only the epidermis is involved. If the burn affects anything deeper than that, then it's more than a first degree burn. But first degree burns, epidermis only. Second degree burns, epidermis and part of the dermis, either the papillary layer or the papillary layer, part of the reticular layer, but now it's going down deeper. You've got a painful burn, you may get blisters, you may get scarring with a second degree burn. Third degree burn goes through all three layers, epidermis, dermis, subcutaneous layer. So we're destroying all of those layers. Again, realize when that happens that we can have some major problems. Think about the functions of the skin. Protection, keeping microbes and foreign invaders out of the deeper body structures, preventing water loss. So if I destroy all these layers of the integumentary system, I just affected that ability to stop infection and to stop dehydration. So with third degree burns, especially third degree burns over large areas of the body, the big concerns that we have, dehydration and infection. Yes, burns can kill people, but a lot of times it's not the burn itself that kills, it's the fact that they get dehydrated and or they get an infection afterwards that kills a person. I mean, to regenerate this largest organ in the body, and again especially large burns, that takes a lot of energy, that takes a lot of calories. So third degree burn patients may need additional caloric intake. Third degree burns typically produce a lot of scarring. You can use some techniques like skin grafts, bringing skin from another area to the burned area that helps the skin regenerate. Don't worry about the rule of nines. If you're a nurse, if you're working with burns, you'll learn about it to determine how much of a burn is covering something. Just realize the degree of burns. First degree, epidermis. Second degree, epidermis, part of the dermis. Third degree, epidermis, dermis, and subcutaneous layer. And realize why third degree burns are bad. Alright, same thing. We're not going to worry too much about how the integumentary system develops. Embryology, you could take a whole class in that, so we're not going to worry about how all these layers develop. Don't worry about skin cancer, don't worry about aging, just realize that, again, UV radiation can cause mutations in the DNA. Mutations in the DNA can cause cancer cells to develop. That's what melanin is designed to protect against. But don't worry about the specific types of skin cancer. And that's everything.